go home. Good 59. Hey, Joseph59 here to show you guys how to make this cutting board. And you can download a free set of plans. To start off your cutting board, I just gathered a whole bunch of different types of wood, and I'm using all hardwoods such as maple, walnut, cherry, purple heart, and just a very thin strip of maple. For the thin pieces of wood, I just used my handsaw to cut them to the rough length. Once you've got your pattern and your wood laid out how you would like your cutting board to be, you want to make sure that your grain direction is going the right way. And what I mean by your grain direction going the right way is you want your grains to be in the opposite way, otherwise your board will end up being wavy over time because your wood always is going to expand and contract. Usually the rule of thumb is depending which way your grain direction is going. I usually just look at the board, and I don't know if I can just pull this one up here closer to the camera, but as you can see the grain direction, you kind of can see all the lines curving more going this direction, which in that case means it's going in the downward motion. So I always write down or up depending on which way the grain direction is going, so that when you have it all laid out, you want something that is in down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. You want that type of a pattern, that way there's less chance of your board warping. You want to make sure that you are using a food graded safe wood glue. I am using Tybond 3 wood glue. I glued up all the other pieces already, and I put glue on both sides, and I just got my last piece here. You just want to put a nice bead of glue on. You want to make sure that you're covering it. It's better to have a little extra glue. If you don't have enough glue, it won't stick, and you'll end up getting with cracks in it then. So that looks good. And I like to try to keep one side all nice and square. And now you want to just slowly bring in your clamps on each end. And I just want to slowly tighten them. So you will get a little bit of movement on each side, but that is natural. And as you can see here, you got all these nice beads of glue. And you also want to make sure you put pressure downwards so it's all sitting nice and flat on your clamps as well. Alright. And now I just take another clamp, and I like to put one in the middle here so I've got equal pressure as well. And then just go back and tighten them up. Now I'm going to go ahead and let this dry for 8 hours, but I'll come back in 30 minutes to an hour to scrape off any excess glue. I've taken the board out of the clamps and I just use a small scraper just to scrape off any excess glue. You want to use a food grade safe finish. I'm using Watco's Butcher Block oil finish, and I've already applied 3 coats on the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply on the sides and on the top. So I've already applied it to the sides. I just thought I would show you what the top looks like, and it's so amazing just to see how the color just pops. And I'm just circling it around all over, just to cover the entire board. And now that I got it all over, I just take my cloth and I'm just going in the direction of the wood. And if you have any runs or anything like that on the edges, just take your cloth and wipe it, and then just go over top if any areas like that. I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for 6 hours before I can apply another 2 coats, and on my second coat I will sand it with 400 grit sandpaper just to get any bumps or anything like that out. That's what this product requires. To apply your bumpers on the bottom, I purchased these at Lee Valley. They're about 3/4 inches wide by about a 1/4 inch tall. You don't have to apply bumpers on the small cutting board. I just find it just gives a better feature so it doesn't slip and slide when you're cutting. Obviously, because it's a smaller board, you could use both sides, so it's up to you which way you would like it to be. To apply them, you just want to use a 5/64 drill bit. I just want to pre-drill so we're not cracking the wood. Also, I just put a little bit of painter's tape just to guide. That way then I don't go all the way through, because that would be not so good. Now for the screw, I'm using a number 6 by 1/2 inch long, and I'm using a stainless steel screw. You want to use a stainless steel screw because you don't want it to rust, because it will have some contact with water. And you just want to make it nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten it. And there you go. Thanks for stopping by my channel, and go to the video description link below for free plans. Don't forget to comment on this video. If you would like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.